In this tutorial, we'll explore the patient profile page and its 7 tabs. Start by clicking Patients in the navigation bar. Click on any patient row to open their profile. At the top of the profile, you can see the patient's name, phone number, therapy status, and first session date. On the right side, you can see the fixed session slot and the cancellation count between therapist and patient. Patient Dashboard opens by default and shows the current session view. The previous session summary shows the session number, date, and full summary text. Below, you'll find the assigned homework and the plan for this session. On the right side, therapy goals track the patient's progress throughout therapy. The AI Assistant chat widget lets you ask questions about this patient based on their transcriptions and notes. The Session List tab shows the full history of all sessions with this patient. On the left, Session History lists all sessions by date, price, and status. The most recent session is selected by default. Payment Status lets you set the amount, toggle paid status, choose the payment method, and manage the session status. Session Materials shows attached resources. Below that, you can set the session type and location. The transcription card shows whether a recording is available, the word count, and lets you view the summary. You can also set the language, number of speakers, and append to existing transcriptions. At the bottom, the Notes section lets you add session notes using text, voice recording, or handwriting. The ABC tab shows the cognitive behavioral analysis, mapping the process from trigger through thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to coping strategies. You can run AI analysis to generate this automatically from session transcriptions. Session Rating uses the SJS CBT scale to evaluate CBT session quality across 12 areas, each rated from 0 to 6. The Details tab provides a detailed session analysis according to the CTSR standard. Finally, the Recording tab shows the full session transcription, which you can edit if needed. The Therapy Information tab contains all clinical documentation, organized into sections on the left sidebar. Problem Definition is the first section. It answers the question, what? Identifying the patient's dominant problems. You can add problems manually or use AI analysis to extract them from session transcriptions. Conceptualization explains why, the mechanisms behind the patient's thinking patterns. It maps biological conditions, family burdens, childhood experiences, core beliefs, and intermediate beliefs. Initial Consultation stores the demographic interview, marital status, children, education, employment, housing, finances, previous treatment, and medications. This can also be extracted from sessions using AI. SMART Goals helps define specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound therapeutic goals. This section is currently under construction. Genicek is the patient diary. It tracks mood and problem severity over time, and the therapist can add diary entries to monitor progress. CBT Analyses is a new feature that uses AI to analyze patient sessions. Select sessions and run the analysis to generate cognitive behavioral insights automatically. The Materials tab lets you share documents and resources with your patient. Formulaza is for managing questionnaires and forms assigned to this patient. Basic Data contains the patient's personal information, address, and emergency contact details. The Settings tab lets you manage important patient-specific options. Patient Status lets you activate or deactivate the patient in the system. SMS and email notifications controls whether the system sends messages to this patient. You can enable or block all communications. Patient Portal manages the patient's access to their own portal, where they can view sessions and materials. You can send a portal invitation from here. Session Settings lets you set a custom session price for this patient, overriding the default from your therapist's settings. Integrations connects online meeting tools for this patient's video sessions. That's the complete patient profile. Each tab helps you manage a different aspect of your patient's therapy. In the next tutorial, we'll show you how to plan a session.